Alright, so first deck of the day is this German-UK Countermeasures deck. So one of the new cards we got in the Breakthrough expansion was this 87 Grenadiers, which says it's a 2K 2/2 that says it gets +2/+2 whenever the enemy triggers your countermeasure. So in addition to that, we got this interesting elite card here, BLOHM VOSS BV 138. Fighter 2/4 for 3 credits. Draw a card when the enemy triggers your countermeasure. So with these two cards in mind, I figured, you know, obviously we have the basis for an interesting countermeasures style control deck. Germany's always had kind of this fringe playable countermeasures control deck in the game anyway, and these two cards as addition kind of give it some just give it some interesting threats. Like we have this 87 Grenadier that's obviously going to get bigger and bigger as the game goes on and become a real threat. And then BLOHM VOSS keeps us gassed up as the enemy's triggering our countermeasures. So I just thought it was an interesting, you know, addition to the archetype and something worth exploring. In addition to those cards, we're playing some other new things to go along with it. We got this new countermeasure, fits perfectly in this deck, Night Hunters. When the enemy deploys a unit, destroy it, draw a card. So basically, a super from the deep that draws a card, replaces itself. We're trying a couple evasive actions in here. This is a new countermeasure in the UK color, in the UK nation. Seems pretty good. At the very least, seems worth trying out. A free countermeasure is always worth considering, I think, depending on the effect. And in this case, canceling a deployment effect. Deployment effect seems pretty powerful, and being able to hold this up on like turn 2 after we drop a Grenadiers for fear of getting it, you know, blasted away by deployment effect like a Kitty Hawk or something, or even just pinned by like a Swordfish. You know, there's all kinds of things that we'd want to cancel with this, and I think it's worth considering for sure. Yeah, we got Lurking Danger in here, giving that a try. Obviously, we got some Careless Talks, and we already saw From the Deep. I'm trying some Secret Operatives in here. We ran across a Countermeasures deck the other day that was playing this card. I think it's worth considering, because not only is canceling an order, you know, powerful, but, you know, saving our threats, especially these Grenadiers as they're getting bigger and bigger, could become worthwhile. Another new countermeasure from Breakthrough we're trying is Entrapment. When a unit attacks, destroy it, your units get +1/+1. Now, I just realized that this says when a unit attacks. I'm assuming this means to say when an enemy unit attacks, considering you can't really have active countermeasures on your turn. But assuming that's what the card does, I think it's worth you know, worth exploring. Could be a 4 of, but it is kind of expensive, so we're just trying 3 for now. And what's nice about this is not only is the effect quite powerful, but if we do have units on the board, they just get a little bit bigger, a little bit scarier. So that's always nice. We're trying this new SEAFORTH HIGHLANDERS guard unit. It's essentially a 4/8 guard for 4, because we're pretty much never operating it on our turn, as is the case with most guard units, other than maybe our big boys, the Grenadier Guards up here, if we're going into the late game. So we're trying these guys out since we are in a control deck. Not much more to say, I don't think, beyond that. We've got some ARADOs and PANZER III-H as forms of card advantage, Comets and Leopolds, and even a Tiger at the top end. Pretty much typical control stuff, carpet bombing. PANTHER A's to deny some card draw. Could be right to throw in some wolf packs in this deck, but figured we'd try some more interesting cards rather than that first and see how we do. And the very last important decision we got to make here is do we want to change our card back for this? I think we probably do. Okay, so with that in mind, let's jump into some games and see how we do. Very much want to see if we can make some ridiculously big 87 Grenadiers, or whatever they're called. Is my game volume not on, or is it just not playing? You guys can also let me know if the volume sounds good on your end, if the stream looks good. Looks good on my end so far. I really like the fact that they added, unique decorations for each nation. That's quite cool. Alright, I think this is like a decent start. Grenadiers, a cheap countermeasure to go with it. Probably don't need the Leopold in our opening hand. Depending on what our players doing, our opponent's doing rather, root out could be fine if they're a more aggressive deck, but they tend to get pretty big and out of range to root out the enemy. This deck is actually lacking sudden strikes, which could be a mistake, but I just wanted to fit in as many like countermeasures and other things as possible. But it could be that this deck needs a couple sudden strikes for decks like the US aggro decks that tend to go big very quickly. We also don't have any missing in the deck. That's another consideration. One other consideration I had as well was whether or not we wanted to include, I think it's worth trying to tag an early problematic unit rather than saving it for our turn 3 with this 87 Grenadiers. So we'll try to do that now. One other consideration I was trying to say was we could try, oh, that's kind of nice. So we'll wait to drop this when we can put that with it as well. What do we think they're playing? Do we want to just play this out? Rescue mission. That's what I keep trying to say. Rescue mission, since we are a countermeasures deck and we're playing British. The problem with it, I feel like, is there's going to be a lot of times where we have like a big 87 Grenadier Guards that we got down in the early game, and then our enemy finally kills it, and now we have 2 copies of just 2/2s that like aren't really great in the late game since we you know, since we probably run through several of our countermeasures already, and it's like they're kind of slow. So I don't know that rescue mission is like super great for this deck. We'll see. Our enemy's obviously playing some sort of control deck. Do we want to? Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully our enemy plays into this card so we can actually get some... It's not bad, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this thing's bigger than our thing right now. What do we got here? I think I want the Panther to start denying them card draw. I might be right to get the other thing. We already have a Secret Operative, so let's just do that. So what do we think? Do we want a Secret Operatives this turn or Careless Talk? What's he more likely to do? I feel like he could actually just Carpet Bomb next turn. Is it a real possibility? Let's go with Secret Operatives. I think that's what we want to do. I hummed and hawed between these 2 cards, and now I regret it. Okay. Well, that could be very nice because he's getting into he's in an Avenger mode now. Speaking of Avenger mode, though, we probably just want to take down both of these. Or we could shoot this with both of our guys, and then we're out of Avenger range. We're then in carpet bombing range in the case of this gentleman here, however. What else do we want to do this turn? We kind of want to kill this. It's unfortunate that that's stuck. It might be right of us just to like throw away our Panzer here to move this big boy up. We'll hold up this deployment effect. And why not? We'll go Careless Talk because at the very least it makes our 2 units huge. Huge. Okay, well I like the carpet bombing to clean that up at least. Then the root out the enemy actually kills this the following turn. Or do I care about the cost? Yeah, I probably want to clean up that 4-3. Really punished for not doing, yeah, an Avenger or B-17 could be coming out here. That's kind of nice. We hold it. We hold everything back, I think, for now. No, I think I need to move this up. Ooh, spicy. I think we want to hold up night fighters first, right? I think so. That's a lot of grenadiers. Well, this is not going to happen this round if I destroy this, which I kind of want to. Do we try to get him with his entrapment? That's fine. We want to hide the fact that we have it. Ouch. Not a big deal, though. Probably don't want to play that. What am I playing here? Probably doing something like this. Okay. This is a good first showing for this deck for sure. Entrapment really showing its power there. Let's keep these in the free countermeasure. Okay. We got all the 87s. So, yeah, let's just, like, throw them down as quickly as possible. Well, we'll see what he does, obviously, but... Okay, that's pretty nasty. So now we actually want to hold back because he can move this up and fire with that. And we don't have a way to protect these. So let's try to FLAMMPANZER this. And then see if there's other things we can do with these. Could be that our turn 4 is playing out 2 of these and then holding up evasive action. I think we'll do one of them. Because we would like to get this 3... alternatively, we'd like to move up this 3-4 and kill the artillery. He could do something like... I'm not sure what could trigger off of this other than maybe 99th. That's not bad, but it is kind of expensive. I think we gotta throw out at least one of these at this point. Now what's nice is that if he tries to move this up and like draw cards with an M4 Sherman, this cancels the deployment effect, which is cool. Hey Wirtz, welcome. think we want to just entrapment. Because regardless of what he hits, I think we're fine with that. Obviously, we'd prefer this, so he might shoot with this first, so maybe this isn't the greatest. Now I don't really want to lay down anything else. Do we want to try and find something? Maybe it's this, actually. I mean, at this point, we're kind of falling behind, so the new flame animation is like long overdue. It's nice. Strangely, though, there's like some infantry units that are clearly holding flamethrowers that still just use bullet animations. I feel like they could have just diversified a little bit more. What do we want to do? Really don't want that moving up. So am I just moving this up and hitting it? Kind of just falling behind here. We really need to find some of our sweepers. I think we're dead. We just didn't find, like, anything. Do we have tactical strikes in this deck? I'm pretty sure we do. For stuff. Maybe we don't. If this card is problematic enough, maybe we need to consider that. Oh, enemy, can you trigger our countermeasures, please? No fair opponent. Five, 6, 7, 8. Probably what we want to do. Well, at least we got to do that. Hmm. The discard countermeasure? No. The one, which discard countermeasure? The one that bounces their stuff back to hand and then discards a random card? No, we don't. Maybe that's worth considering. Because it is an early proactive play that we could do. I kind of forgot that that card exists because it's, well, it's a terrible card, but like not terrible bad, like it's terrible. I just hate the design of it. So we have to kill this thing because it's going to slowly kill us otherwise. I could just bounce it back to hand for now. Now it's weak enough to die to our units here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, airstrike might be worth considering. I mean, of course, any countermeasure really is worth considering. Because they're like cards like this make them better. In theory. Okay. GG. Let's take a quick... Nope. No. Nope. Take a quick look at this and see what we got going on here. So if we put airstrike in the deck, what are we cutting? Do we want to do we need these grenadier guards at the top end? The rootouts are kind of awkward with how much units we have, but like most of them are getting so big and out of range with entrapment that I think it's fine. You don't think I need secret operatives? Maybe not. I kind of want to keep testing it out though because it's really good with our threats. But I could see that being the case. Airstrike is such a beating. I hate this card so much though. But we're playing a countermeasures deck. It's not the time to have principles. I think Careless Talk is kind of... I think you want some number of Careless Talk in a deck like this. Because we don't really have any other way of curbing aggression. Yeah, I know we could consider Wolfpack as well, but I wanted to try other cards than the standard German control stuff that we've been seeing for a while now. It's probably... Wolfpacks could probably be better than these entrapments, for example. Because these entrapments are expensive. They're powerful, but they are expensive. And the second half of the card is probably not necessary. The front half is really good. Let's cut one of those and like one secret operatives. The evasive actions have felt pretty decent so far. I kind of want as many. The other thing about keeping in secret operatives is not only does it work with our big scaries that we're trying to put in, it's just more countermeasures to trigger our stuff. Like, protecting even this is pretty good. I think we'll keep it. Maybe we throw away one of those. Or, like, do we need the tigers if we're making big scaries? Because I kind of want the guard unit, too. Like, the entrapment actually, like, in that first game, the entrapment made some of our, like, not so interesting cards much bigger threats, and, like, that felt pretty good. I think Hipper's too strong to cut. I kind of just want more entrapments, guys, because I just want to experiment with the new cards. Like, that's the main thing. But I think you're right with the rest. Root out the enemy. No, we probably want that against aggro. Well, yeah, like that's the main thing. I just want to try new cards as much as possible. But yeah, the entrapments are probably a little too clunky. So let's go with this and see how it feels. The entrapments felt really, really good in that game one. Buffing all our little, like, kind of mediocre units like FLAMMPANZER and the BV. And our guard units, just making them actual threats while taking away the opponent's stuff. Let's keep it. I opened like 30 packs the other day, and then we've been. Okay, I'm glad I kept this root out the enemy. I'm gonna play this because it just slows him down in any way. Because slowing him down in any way we can is good. I'm just gonna craft the rest of the set as I need it. So we got FLAMMPANZER next turn, which is nice. I guess this is strictly better to hit because this is 0 operation cost though. Probably just supposed to root out the enemy. Oh no, we can't. Maybe I'm supposed to hold up thingy there. This is fine. Our deck is being a little greedy. We don't have like early guard units or healing, so if our deck loses to a deck like this, I'm happy about that, honestly. What do we think? probably just gonna get burned out. Like, he probably has Kriegsmarine or something. Or Enigma. Okay, probably supposed to play this. Alright. Fair enough. What do we think? What do we think they're on? I kind of like this. Let's keep that. Hey, Teddy. GG's. Let's save this for when we have a Grenadier Guards down. I suppose we need to see what we draw first. Oh wait, we can't play them both. Derp. I'm like, most of our things will cost 0. Yeah, the Lurking Danger still costs 1, you dope. I guess we'll just play it out though. This is basically the same turn we would have had, because it would have been a 0 cost anyway. And he's probably gonna play whatchamacallit? Nope. Okay, interesting. Let's do these two. Is he choosing? Oh, he is choosing. That's neat. Cool. Why is this thing so good at attacking too? Seems odd. Probably, we might actually play this card in the Skytrain ramp we're playing later to help us find our Manhattan projects. It would be fun. You can type in !deck in the chat to check out what we're playing. We've already made some edits to it, so the list that'll come up won't be exactly the same, but... Well, that doesn't really help. I don't know. This is a weird game already. So he'll, like, replay that, I guess. I guess it stalls him and his hand's gonna be quite full, and this Leopold can take away a lot of his cards if he plays them out. Hmm. I don't really know what we're doing. Could play this, it doesn't really matter. He's just drawing so many cards, but it's like I gotta, I guess I want to play something that can kill this. The poll is the poll for what decks people want to see played. So yesterday we played the 2 decks that had won the vote, which I should just delete now actually, just so it's not confusing to anybody. Am I allowed to delete things? I think so. Does that work? What happens if I go back to results? No, it doesn't work. Oh, existing options can't be removed. Okay, so we can like do this. Played. I'll just put a played tag beside the options just so people know that like they've already been played. That was played and this was played. And I guess technically we're playing this right now, so I'll just do this. All right, what were we doing? He made a big nasty bomber. He's got that thing. Let's look for stuff to do, I suppose. Not really sure how we're winning this game. Oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Probably gonna have to play Leo the next turn. We'll see. Perfect. Yeah, play another one. Hope the crappy cards get discarded. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. We got rid of the B-17, that's the main thing. That wasn't the greatest draw to get rid of. What do we want to do here? Kind of want to hold this up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe that's what we try. We can do like this. Not sure how effective this is going to be. guess this can't kill this the next turn, hey? That's something I didn't really think about too much. Really? Okay. This obviously doesn't do anything against the Avenger, but play something out. Yep, not surprised to see this. Chances are we won't be able to race this. One, two, three, four. That doesn't really do much. Well. I mean, we can't kill him fast enough to not die to, like, double nuke. I mean, one nuke basically kills us, so... I think we can go ahead and move on. We're just, like... It's just an uphill battle at this point, and that we're not gonna win. The game's going on too long. Let's just move on to the next. We'll be playing our opponent's deck later today, or something very similar to it. Our deck is utilizing UK cards rather than Japanese, but same difference. Maybe the Japanese one's better. You have access to more guard units that filter through your deck. Then you have Empire of the Sun to help draw into your nukes. But the UK deck has the benefit of having things like Honey to buffer your life total, to not die to other Manhattan Project decks. Plus you have access to carpet bombing. Sure. Throw that out. We might probably hold up Airstrike. Now I'm tempted to do Careless Talk. Secret Operatives, since I can hold both of those up. Wasting Light, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Now we can hold up Airstrike. We still die to, like, he could have Sudden Strike, so. Another airstrike just to be a D-bag. I ordered this in the wrong way. I ordered this in the wrong way. I should have put Careless Talk first, because it would have triggered first, his Guardian would survive, then it would get bounced and killed. So I would have actually turned my thing into a 10-10 and I would have killed him the following turn. And who said they wanted to cut the secret operatives? Just imagine we had a second secret operatives there. We would have been safe even against a sudden strike. Do we think they're aggro? We probably want to keep the... this one can be a little slow against aggro. I want this, though. I haven't got a chance to play with them yet, but we're going to play with the US one later today. So I'm interested in seeing how it performs. It feels like the research cards are all about the final mode. At least in the case of Manhattan Project. I could be wrong about the other ones. So far we've only run into people playing the US one. But I've only been playing a few hours of this set, so... Well, that's not the one drop we wanted you to play by now, opponent, for our FLAMMPANZER. Probably just playing out the FLAMMPANZER anyway, so we don't so we can keep up in tempo. Yeah, I was reading the German one. The second last one sounded really nasty. It's an airstrike. Could just be an aggro deck with a slower start. That's a root out the enemy. Kinda wanna have that one. Yeah, it feels bad discarding Leopold, but... The problem with this deck for sure is going to be its lack of healing. But I mean, I just don't think there's any way we could really fit any meaningful healing in the deck while also having all the countermeasures and top-end threats we need to close games out. I mean, we could throw in some fortification. I don't know. I'm probably never going to bother with emotes anytime soon. I'll think about it. Now that I have a camera, I can get a stupid reaction of me that can become an emote. That's gonna draw him a card. Are we just carpet bombing here? Or are we just using root out? Root out and then what? Then we don't really have any, we don't have a follow-up. So I really want to stop this from continually hitting us. I feel like I should save carpet. Okay. Neat, neat. Why can't I surrender? Are you really gonna make me watch this? Alright. Interesting build of Japan Burn, I have to say. Interesting, interesting. I don't know how well that does when you don't find your signal regiments, but maybe his backup plan's good enough. It's kind of a really nice hand. Want to keep the carpet bombings just in case. Kind of need, like, the main problem with this deck, we kind of need more early game stuff. I want to keep one of these because I mean, I want to play with these cards. I want to see how they do in various situations, but go with this. Okay. So we're not playing anything out until we can root out the enemy, their stuff. Which he may not let us do. Like, you could just play another one of these the following turn, and then we're kind of boned. That may not get any value, so I don't think I'm playing it out, but I kind of want to use my resources as well. FLAMMPANZER I need to save for when he creates a big, scary card. We'll play this out as a 2-4. I mean, he, card advantage from this shouldn't necessarily be relevant. Yep. What we said could happen, happened. Of course. So, how do we tackle this now? If he wants to make big things, we have ways of dealing with that. So. Yep, that's fine with me. Do this while we can get, like, decent value off of it. Next turn, we probably go Grenadier Guards, Secret Operatives. If you play something big, we might have to bounce it. All the while, we would like to find more of our sweepers if we can. Maybe that's what I'm actually supposed to do, is prioritize trying to find a sweeper. Tempting. I might actually do this. Because he could hammer and then throw this into it. Then he has a 4-6 that's hitting my HQ. So let's hold up Secret Operatives here. There's the carpet bombing I wanted for Christmas. I'm doing this. Alternatively, what do we want to do? Oh, sorry. I'm really focused on this game. No, I don't have kids. No, I don't have nor want kids. How would I have time to stream this game for you guys if I had kids? Guess we're just throwing a bunch of stuff out. At the very least, it'll be like a distraction. Sure. Our opponent's playing the really big tokens deck. Good for them. Just in time. So could bounce this. Let's do this. Yeah, our opponent has drawn a lot of cards this game. We don't have that many sweepers left, though. And we haven't fought through their alliance yet. Like, they have a lot of stuff that they could still do. We still need to save this FLAMMPANZER, I think, for when they have a really nasty... That's fine by me. I don't know. Something like this. Just type in ! poll and you can see where things currently stand. Might be time to influence it before the next game. Why would he do that? I guess he's afraid of triggering a countermeasure from me, but I mean, you're playing a 1-credit card. Yeah, I don't know, maybe he's afraid of getting intercepted and not getting the cantrip, I guess. Or secret operatived. Things are getting scary. Might have to start taking them out. Or can we try to race him here? Good morning, Gunner. Okay, we got there. I'm kind of surprised. Imba as in I built it terribly, or imbalanced as in the cards some of the cards are broken one way or the other. Because I don't know that I could argue with you either way. Let's keep all of it. Okay, we have a FLAMMPANZER target. We'll save this for a turn where we like really matters. Like we probably want to do this and hold up whatever we find when we have a BV or one of our other units on the field. If he doesn't do anything else, then we're just gonna hold up AIRSTRIKE. Yeah. Because this isn't really doing much right now. This is where I wish we had missing in this deck. But not really, I guess, because he would just move that forward first. Like he did. Evasive action is interesting. He could kill both of these. Let's do this and see what we find. Ooh, Night Hunters. What's his plan? To never play anything ever again? For fear of us having stuff? He's just never gonna play any cards. Sure. Oh, opponent. Actually do this? Nah. This is nice because if he tries to like ping one of our guys with a 1-1 and then finish it off with a naval brigade, this cancels it, which is nice. It's true. Our opponent's got the big brain plays. He's just not gonna play anything. He's just never gonna attack, do anything like that. actually think I want to start whittling away at this thing. Is that true? I actually wouldn't mind if he triggers this. What a silly match. Okay, thank you for creating space in our support line. Is he gonna sacrifice it with Oral factories or something? Well, yes, I would like the Leopold. That is kind of scary. Now I wish I had held up Night Hunters. I guess it would have been hit by the other thing. How do we kill one of our own things? Like that. And we don't have the means. That's so annoying. We can't kill one of our own things and make room for a Leopold to play on the same turn. What a tilt. What a tilt. Okay. Sure. Still can't kill one of our own guys. So I guess we're just gonna kill you. And you. So we need, like, what is it called? We need Admiral Hipper and hold up Night Hunters and hope that we tag this, because we can't beat this card now. He has to make the mistake of triggering a bunch of countermeasures to make this thing big enough for us to kill him. And now that's not even an option. Alright. What a dumb game. I'm sure I could have played that weird game differently to win, but I don't even know. Good on our opponent for never triggering our countermeasures. He dodged them expertly. Well, we were dead in 2 turns. We were gonna take 2 damage in 2, and then we were gonna take it again when he redeployed the KV. We had no way of taking it out. I'll give my opponent the benefit of the doubt and assume that he's gonna play around things like Night Hunters or From the Deep there the way he should. Excuse me? Oh, right, because it's a discard effect. Gotcha. Sure. Is this an elite? No. So is there a reason not to do this? Does not appear so. I think I'm gonna hold on to this Lurking Danger still. I guess this is pretty bad against his deck, though, right? Probably want the guard, actually. I don't know why I didn't hold that up. I just didn't for some reason. If our opponent wants to let us draw 2 cards, I'm fine with that. Oh, it's just a card? I'm confused. Why did I only draw 1 card? Oh, because it's at the start of your turn. You draw and the enemy draws 2. Oh, okay. It's not instant. Gotcha. Hey, Felgaffi. Welcome. Okay, this card's better than I thought it was then. They don't get to use the cards that they draw right away. That's pretty good. I definitely didn't realize that was the case. overdrawing. It's so annoying. I mean, they're probably going to play around that. But it's our only out, sort of. Yep, GG. I guess. I feel like this deck really wants some tactical strikes. We're getting got by cards like that plane and the P40s. We need stuff like this in the deck. Yeah, possibly Sky Barons. Sky Barons are pretty narrow, though. Most of the things that we really want to kill die to Tactical Strike, while Tactical Strike is a flexible answer. Instead of the Panthers, you want to cut the Panthers? Nah, we need threats. We need to actually win. We need to actually close games, so we need threats, and this is card advantage. If airstrikes, while they're like really good, I'm always like iffy on these because they feel so bad to play against, but then playing with them they always feel bad because they never hit anything relevant. Anyway, that's something to think about. It's an interesting. We didn't really get to play with our like Grenadiers. We didn't get to play with the BV all that much. But obviously seems pretty good in a deck like this. Their Grenadiers seem fine. They honestly might not even be worth playing, to be honest. They're not that good early. They're not that good late. They like sit in this weird Goldilocks zone where you have to like get them at the perfect moment while holding other stuff up. And I feel like just more countermeasures that control the board are probably better. While you're drawing cards with this thing, making what threats you do have bigger with entrapment, and beating your opponents down with your individually powerful cards like Panther A's, Grenadier Guards, Leopolds, Comet. Oops. But it's definitely something I'm interested in playing around with more because, I don't know, I mean, this is like neat fun card, so, and it's something new. Yeah, like you probably don't want a full play setup. If you even want them, I feel like if you don't want the whole playset, though, you probably don't want any. So maybe that's a little bit too of like an absolute kind of mentality, but seems like to me if they're not good as a 4 of in a countermeasures deck, they're probably not good at all. All right, that's gonna do it for this deck. Let's move on to the next.